Hello everyone, especially including our Spotify, Riverside FM and also DXTL from the Touchlines on YouTube. Welcome to the show. Hope you had a great day today. Hope you enjoyed yourselves wherever you were out and about in grassroots football, and I hope you got behind and encouraged all your children to play football. That's all we need, encouragement. Now we're starting off obviously with the REFspect Awareness Weekend because we believe it's so important to portray the message to everyone who's involved in grassroots football, whatever you're out and about, to make sure that you not only encourage your children, but you also encourage other children and the referees whenever you participate in supporting a junior football game. That's all we ask, because wherever you're out and about, the kids need encouragement. We need good attitudes on the field of play from all the children, because attitudes play a massive part within grassroots football. So we need those kids to understand off their own role models, and role models we mean yourselves, because first and foremost parents become the role models of the children. Then obviously it should go on to your Premier League players, because they are role models. Kids love them, kids love to adopt them, kids love to see the moves that they can make. And it's all about enjoyment. It really is. The kids are only there to develop their skills. Now you need to understand this as adults, as parents. Now we're not sort of educating yourselves. We should automatically know the difference between REFspect and aggressive behaviour. We all should know that. We don't want anything like that. We want a zero tolerance towards aggressive behaviour, verbal abuse, racist comments and bullying, and that's what Don't Cross the Line have been established to do since 2003. Now we're not a governing body, no we're not. We just hope that everyone supports the work that we do, the work that we've added in. We are supported by football's governing body because we're a volunteer organisation. Yes, we're a CIC, a community interest company, the next best thing to a charity. And what we do is our volunteers put everything in that they have towards grassroots football and things like this, the studio, so we can get our messages across to the grassroots population, the football population. And no, we don't want to see anything like verbal abuse or aggressive behaviour in any sport that involves kids whatsoever. So we need to get good attitudes all around if we can, and the kids can only learn and get better attitudes if us as adults portray that message to them and get them to understand what is the difference between a good attitude and a bad attitude. And it doesn't take long to work that one out. So we're asking all the parents out there, all the mums, dads, aunties, uncles, brothers, sisters, and granddads and grandmas as well. They're not that, as say, when we go out and about that, there's many granddads. Yeah, there will be one or two because they've learned from the toughest, haven't they? And they're still old school. One or two will still go out there and think, I can shout what I want, I can do what I want. So it's up to their sons, daughters, to sort of have a little quiet word to them saying, Grandad, Mum and Dad, do not be irate when you go to football. Just get behind the kids who are enjoying themselves, and they need to enjoy themselves. If you don't have that attitude yourselves as parents or grandparents, whatever, then, as we talked about just a little bit earlier on, role models. You are the role models. So what you say and what you do can be taken off the children who look up to you. They think it's okay for mum and dad, granddad, brother, sister, auntie, uncle, whoever it may be, part of your family, if they do it and they verbally abuse the official or a committee member, they think, well, do you know what, I can do it myself. I can grow up and do that because my brother or my dad can go out there and they can shout what they want to that referee. so I can as well, because I'm part of their family. So the message we're asking to all parents, especially if you're irate, if you are irate, the advice that we'd like to give is stay away from the football grounds. Keep your distance if you have to go. And then maybe to yourself, shout to yourself if you think something's gone wrong in that football match. Because that referee, who unfortunately are the target within grassroots football, and this is the message we portray every time we go out and about, they are the targets. In other words, they blow that whistle, then things can become very, very serious from the sidelines indeed. Excuse me. So we don't want to see that. Frogs in the throats, it's the weather for it, isn't it? We don't want to see it, we want to see REFspect. Can you see it? Can you see it? We want to see that on and off the field of play. So if you can get together with the parents, have a little chat to them, as a manager, as a coach, and say before every game, this is what we expect from you. And that's educating the parents, that is telling them, and we know we'll get one or two, and I still has one or two last week. I was watching, that's cost me another tenner, that's cost me another tenner, that's 30 quid I've got to give them now. Is it really worth it? £30, I think. Let's look into that. Let's look into it. £30, and we know it can be a lot more, because some parents have a lot of money, they'll just throw it away, and they just believe that their child is a superstar and it's cost me a fortune in money. Can we ask all the committee members and all the mums and dads out there to put a stop to that? It's unfair giving money and encouraging kids, because they will not pass for a start. They'll want to just run with that ball and score the goal. So little Tommy, little Angela, whatever it may be, who are there on that game, will never get the pass because they want as much money as they possibly can, and it's making them greedy. I think it's a poor thing. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and yeah, what you believe in. Are you one of those parents who like to throw the dosh around and say, "Oh Charlie, come on, another goal, and I'll give you 50 quid"? What is it? What do you get out of that? What is the purpose of it? What is the point of it? Because not only are you embarrassing other kids around and other parents around you, because they may not have that kind of money that you have, it affects the child, the way they play. Because that manager, that coach has just given them all the advice and done all the coaching methods during the week. It's undone. It's undone because they have taken it upon themselves to run from their goal right the way through to score a goal. No passing, no teamwork, no efforts, poor attitude, to be honest. So if you're teaching the kids the attitude like that, we don't want it. We need good attitudes, and we need loads of REFspect on and off the field of play. Like at North Liverpool today, saw some great stuff, and John O'Leary League. We need all this support. We need this support, honestly, we really, really do. And we need people to encourage the referees out there and the kids on the field of play. We start off supporting the targets, as we call the referees, because that's where it all stems from. The referee will blow that whistle, and either side, one will agree, one will disagree, vice versa. It all depends what that referee has seen to give, because they can only give what they see. And whether you disagree or not, that decision should stand and will stand. They shouldn't change their mind unless it's blatant and they've realised that they've made a blatant mistake. Then not in many incidents will that happen. But you can't take it upon yourself then to undo all the education that you've learned, or do you know, and start verbally abusing that official. It's unfair, not just on the referee themselves, but the kids. So this is why we protect the referees and support our referees. When we say protect, we support them, because we're not policing it, we're not protecting, but in a sense we are, because we're only talking to you from the sideline and saying, why are you doing it? Because the referee has give something that they've seen and you're questioning with violence and verbal abuse, the kids see that then and it disrupts the kids. So you're looking at safeguarding all around, aren't you? And what we mean by the safeguarding is if that referee's wearing the yellow armband, which is a deterrent to verbal abuse, in some instances it is, some people just don't accept it, they will ignore it, and they just think, well, they need to go back and learn the rules and the laws of the game. They just give a free kick and it wasn't a free kick. It's how you see it, it's how you look at it, isn't it? You know, because everyone's different. So you've got to give that referee the benefit of the doubt as well, regardless. You just have to get on with it and you have to grin and bear it. And that's the message that we give out, because we're supporting your children on the field of play with Don't Cross the Line. We've been bringing communities, football communities together since 2003 and we haven't stopped, and we believe we get stronger every year, and we have the support of all football's governing bodies, not in money, not in a million years, just in logos. That's all we get. When we first started, we were lucky enough to get I think 1,000 or 2 off the FA for the work that we done. But over those years, it all dwindles away. We don't get any money off your football clubs, your Liverpool, your Evertons, who support us with their logos and maybe on the website or on Twitter with text information about what we're trying to achieve. We would love all the Premier League clubs to be wearing badges like their managers to support that REFspect Awareness Weekend. This is what we like to do. we believe this can happen. Why shouldn't they support what the referees have been going through and what's happened? We need to bring the attention. We want to take all this violent threats away from referees, especially the Premier League referees. You know, it's not right. You hear this in grassroots football as well. And when we started up, we witnessed referees being chased across the pitch. We witnessed committee members being phoned up, packing in, because they couldn't take the abuse towards their families anymore. And they're only there as volunteers to help kids. Well, the referees are there to do a job as well. Take all the referees away from Premier League football. Come on, how would that work? We've got to do with it. We make do with it. We've got to have our referees there, whether you agree with their decision or not. We need to support them. We need to support all our referees from the top level to the lower level. It's simple as that. So we need to get behind them. All these threats, all this verbal abuse, the aggressive behaviour, the online, what's going on online, I keep out of all that. I don't comment on anything like that. And I just like posts from the PGMOL, who are our supporters and supporting grassroots referees as well. Everyone's trying to make it better in grassroots football, not just for the kids, but for the referees as well, because those officials could become the Premier League referees one day. And there is 1 or 2 that I recommend highly to the Liverpool County FA, and obviously you can recommend your referees to me so I can get in touch with your county FAs, because these are up and coming referees who want to make a difference and want to get everything correct. Not everything's going to be correct, we know that, but you've got VAR in the Premier League to hopefully put things right. And as I said on one of my shows, or will be saying, talking about it tomorrow, we need VAR to look at corners as well, because corners can lead to goals that goals shouldn't have been, because it wasn't a corner in the first place. That goes for my team, everyone's team, and I'm sure many of you out there will agree with what I'm saying. Apologies if you hear a noise in the background, because we are still doing our surround, we're all trying to get things organised, take the background noises out of things. So whenever you're out and about at grassroots football, like today, hopefully the North Liverpool, the John O'Leary League, any leagues that you were at, please, let's hope, and you can tell me, Mal, at don'texttheline.com, if everything went correct and well. And if your mum, dad of a referee, get in touch with us as well and say how they enjoyed it. We don't want to see all these poor comments. We don't, but we're all about not crossing the line. in the first place, as our Jamie Carragher used to be ambassador for Don't Cross the Line, and says you don't cross the line when it comes to referees. Now it's getting too much. They have to show respect. REFspect. We've been doing this since 2003, and we are the forerunner for the FA Respect programme, believe it or not. Go back all over those years and you'll see no ref, no game. We need everything, and we've portrayed every message. And we do know that all organisations are doing their own thing, but they're all still supporting the respect and obviously credit where it's deserved. We've kept together and we've marched on, and we still gain the support of FA officials and all of governing bodies as well, the PFA, the Premier League, the League Management Committee, every single one of them all support the work that we do. And how can you not support the work that we do in grassroots football? And the PFA, the Professional Footballers Association, have been absolutely wonderful. They support us big style, they support us in a massive way. They supply the t-shirts to all the PGMOL, and we get one or two freebies. Not many, we'd love thousands so we could give them out to everyone across the country to wear the t-shirts. Unfortunately, they'd have to purchase them, and if you're interested in purchasing one, we don't do them ourselves, but we can give you the supplier that we get them all off, and they will gladly, hopefully for a small fee, will send you a t-shirt. You just pay it there. If you want to wear them, and you should, as a grassroots referee, in support of Don't Cross the Line, in support of the work that we give back to grassroots football, supporting our referees, you can add your support, supporting Don't Cross the Line and our REFspect programme. It's easy. You know, I'll scratch your back, you scratch my back. That's the way it goes. That's the way it should be in life. Everyone supports each other, because we support anyone who supports us, honestly. And we're asking leagues to get on board with us and support the work that we do. Please get on board with us and support your referee week in, week out. And like today, hopefully like today, you've all supported your referees. And then you can all march off and enjoy, whether it's a night game, a day game, or a Sunday game, the Premier League teams. And let's just hope fans understand on the terraces, in the stands now, because they're all sitting down, the importance of keeping referees within the game as well. If we could all just go on deaf ears and forget, and that referee blows the whistle, and let that referee do their job as well. We can all moan about it, but we can't change decisions, as we've known since the Premier League or the Football League or whatever it's been called, the Championship, right away over those years. Nothing will change. There'll be small differences, but we all need to keep grassroots football and the Premier League going as well. You know, because football is football, and it's probably the biggest sport in the world, isn't it? Money sport especially. Okay, how far have we got? Let me check this again, because once again I'm coming to the screen, running over, slow motion, whatever it may be, and know that we've got 2 minutes left of the show. I'm just looking at the clock there, folks, because I used to have, when he was on another one, I won't give them a mention now because we moved over to Spotify. There was a nice big clock. We could sit from any distance to know how long we had left of the show. And this one is a teeny one that you've got to get up and have a little look, because my eyes won't focus in on the time. So 2 minutes, and I've got to look again because I have to look up. Cheers to everyone. Massive thanks to joining in to our shows. We've got one left, will be on tomorrow as well, and I know all the Premier League is there. And keep fit. That's what I've done. I actually put my car in the garage yesterday, walked down to the garage, and then walked back to go and pick it up when it was all done. So I've started my little walks. I'm starting to cut down. I need to lose, I'd say, 14 pounds. Yeah, at least. That's what I'm going to do. 13, should I say. 13 pounds. I'm looking for some, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make a difference to myself and keep myself motivated so I can do more shows like this and more shows elsewhere in grassroots football. So once again, whenever you're out and about, please, please, loads of REFspect. We have to go on about it because it's a massive, massive difference to portray the message. It's so important to do that in respect on and off the field of play. REFspect. Please put that down in your club and note it in your diaries for our REFspect Awareness Weekend, even though we want you to do it week in, week out. 12th of April 2025, that's where all the Premier Games match officials, Premier League to you, will be wearing our t-shirts during the warm-ups, and we want kids to get involved and see what they can do to support their ref over the weekend. Clubs, get involved, it's a little competition, get them involved on our behalf, and also on the referee behalf as well as the committees. They all want referees to go home happy as well as your kids. Thanks for tuning into the show. We'll be back again tomorrow. In the meantime, put your feet up, relax, enjoy your Premier League games, and hopefully Liverpool will march on stronger. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening. See you soon.